Greetings, lovely viewers. Today I will be giving you an overview of how to draw hands for both genders. The first hand we will do is the male hand. The male hand will be in a steady fist. Secondly, we have the female hand. The female hand will be in a fluent and gentle pose. This tutorial is compatible with both digital and traditional drawing. As you may know, this is my first art tutorial, so please think about subscribing to my channel because it's free and it will be greatly appreciated. Now, into the video. First things first, we need to understand the shape of the object we are going to draw. First, we need to include the knuckles, fingers, and thumb. And for the sake of the beautiful image, the small pointy elbow. Let us start. First we require the basic shape of our object before adding the nitty-gritty details. Let's begin with the fingers. Draw a slightly distorted square for the fingers. Now, draw an arc close to the top of our distorted square. It should be similar to the curved line just above it. This will be where the knuckles lie. Mark out the 4 fingers with 3 smaller lines inside of the square. When drawing the lines, try your hardest not to let the lines go rogue inside of the region where the knuckles will be. The thumb is next. We will draw 3 lines starting from the top right of the hand we have done so far and ending underneath the hand. Now we need to draw the lower arm. The lower arm starts with 2 lines. One starts between the middle finger and the ring finger, and the other starts in between the first line of the thumb. They both turn outward, opposite to each other, but the first line, or the leftmost one, will have another line at the end of the previous line, which will bend at an almost perfect 90-degree angle from left to right. There will be another line starting slightly before the close to being straight line that we had just made. This one will curve a little more harshly than the others. Moving swiftly on to a more tricky part, the muscles, or as I like to call it, the brawn. Sadly, I will not be explaining how to draw the muscles today for 2 reasons. 1, I can't be bothered to, and secondly, this is a hand tutorial, not a muscle tutorial. Nevertheless, knuckles are kind of just rounded edges of armor around a hand that sort of pop out slightly. That's my hot tip. The same goes for the knuckles in the middle of the fingers, and the outlining should be pretty self-explanatory. However, shading is not as easy. What I recommend would be to think about where the light source is facing, then shade in all the areas where the light is not facing. If you want to learn how to use cross-hatching, then watch the video that is in the top right corner of your screen. Now, at long last, we are finally on le female hand. First, we need to define the shape of the arm by drawing a distorted square, likewise to the male hand, but we have to draw it and imagine it as the side of the arm. Now, we need to add a small space for the hand shape. Once that's all done, draw a sort of foot shape that's bent forward. We now have the foundation for the hand, fingers and thumb. Draw the wrist and make sure it points outward in the middle of the top part of the hand. Then draw the fingers and thumb very loosely. I'm not doing it that loosely because I practice it a lot. Then outline it. Again, self-explanatory. This time, I actually have some tips for you about shading though. Put more lines in the fingers that are further away. If done right, then you should have the thumb and index finger be the brightest, and the other three should get increasingly darker. Like the video.